welcome to Mind Your Business, a channel where we are in everybody's business. If you don't mind getting in people's business, you're on the right channel. Talking about current topics and gossip. Well, Gaelle, is there no lengths that this woman will go to? Like, you know, she just comes with it every week. I'm like, are they paying her extra? Because she's doing a lot of work here. Well, guys, people, my cousin crew, let's talk about Love and Hip Hop Miami. So this week, obviously, we pick up with Amaras Trip, and we left off with Zoe being vexed about the whole situation with Gaelle being mixed up. And it was good to see her and Hot Topics clear the air, because Hot Topics apologised to her. And I thought it was good that they got to clear the air a little piece there. So that was something good that came out of that foolish mix-up. You've got Trina, who decides to go invite Trick because, you know, she's cancelled on his 50th year show. So obviously she's feeling guilty, so she's trying about, come out to the trip. I'm like, is it even your trip? What is going on? Anyway, now Amara, I'm just like, okay, what the hell is going on here? Now, her little dance session that she had, right? I don't know why she invited him, her baby father, in the first place. But obviously he comes, and obviously he can dance the dance. That's the Dominican dance that they're doing. Now, he's dancing up with Gaelle and Flo. And we know Gaelle has no scruples. She really slept with Flo's man, so we know no man is off limits to her, and she says it in her confessional that, you know, move over Fable, now she's moved on to this man. I'm just like, geez, what is wrong with this woman? I've never seen anything like it. She's just so trashy, and she don't business about it either. She's very much, you know, a bold and brazen trashy woman. Like, she don't business. Anyway, her attitude is just ridiculous. Him, we already know he's receding, think he's too nice. What I thought was cheeky is when he offered to take her out as well. I'm like, this is all in front of Amara. So it was highly disrespectful. So I didn't blame Amara for taking him to the side and trying to kind of check him on his behaviour, his whatless behaviour. And then he tries to tell her that she's flipping on him. I'm like, here he goes gaslighting you, girl. He just gaslighting her. That's all he was doing. They end up sitting down, getting into a bit of an argument. She's trying to let him know that he's basically been a whatless baby father. He ain't really been there for the girls. And obviously you can tell she wants this family unit. You know, he might turn up for the kids, but this kind of, you know, wanting everything to be married, it doesn't seem like it's going to work out, because next thing you know, those two are into their mix-up, and he's calling her a black asshole, basically, and how she's ghetto, and he don't want her, and no one don't want her. I'm just like, this man, look at him. I mean, you can see Amara's getting upset, obviously, but the man is a dusty fool, as far as I'm concerned. He thinks he's too special, and he's ugly on the inside, so to me, that makes you ugly on the outside. Sorry, not sorry. Whilst this is all happening, you've got Flo sitting down with Bobby and her sister and Brooke. She gets a text message. Bobby's up in her phone chat about, well, who's that from? And she reads it out, and it is from Claudia. And one message is telling her about how, you know, Claudia slept with her sister Gaelle, and another one about Marlon messaging her or something like that. So obviously she's upset about both. When that happens now, she gets up and walks off. Bobby's cracking me up because he's just telling Gaelle about herself, telling her she's trifling. I was like, yes, Bobby, please tell her, because there's times that you talk too much, but this is the time that we need to hear from you. Tell her exactly that. Next day, you know, you can see that Amara was really emotionally triggered, and I felt really bad for her. I feel like she needs to go to therapy, because the whole situation she got going with the whole, you know, colorism and growing up with that whole situation going on, because we know it's quite a deep root from where she's from, clearly, because the way the man's carrying on. I hope that they don't let him back on the Blaze show. But anyway, I feel like she's got her own issues to work through, and that really triggered her. She's got this picture in her mind of this happy family with him, and it's just like, it's just not going to happen, really, honey. It's really not going to happen based on his attitude. But, you know, who knows? You know, you can keep your hope alive. That's what you seem to be doing. But I agree with Brooke, who turned up, and she was saying that, you know, she wants to fix it because it's a baby daddy, but she just needs to, she's tried. Like, it gets to a point where you've got to be like, enough is enough. Like, lock him off. Make it so that he can see the kids, make sure you're okay with it. But all this trying to be happy and clappy, like, he just doesn't want it. So, you know, I feel like she's trying to push it. She's trying to do her best as she can do, but he's not given that energy. He's not interested in that way. So she can't force the situation, and she has to accept it, you know, because otherwise she's just basically impacting her own mental health at this point. And she has to remember that her kids are looking up to her. So she's got to do the right thing for them as well, and their mental health, because that's not okay for him to be kicking off and saying all this kind of colourist comments to her. And she don't need to be taking on what he said, because, you know, he's just messing with her mind. Now, Shay turning up with her bad vibes was just like, why are you coming? Because she comes, she sits with Brooke. Brooke's trying to say to her, well, look, Eslita, tell us what you said. Like, did you really say that? Shay's trying to flip it, chat about, yeah, well, I did say it, but basically I was meant sugar daddy. I'm like, this is very convenient. I don't know that you did mean that, because your first attitude was more like, get the F out of here. Like, you didn't really want to back down when Brooke was saying to you, look, you know, she was basically pleading with her to clear it up. It says that, you know, if you meant that, then say that you meant that. Like, she was trying not to take sides. But I'm like, Brooke, this is interesting, because if this is you back in the day and this happened, it would be a different Brooke. So I'm like, Brooke has definitely grown, okay? She's definitely showing growth here. But yeah, I was not here for Shay's bad vibes attitude then. And then when Amara joins and says to her, like, did you say it? And she's like, yes, but I did mean sugar daddy. I'm just like, I don't think Amara bought that. And she basically was just saying to her, you know what, just leave, because, you know, you're just bad vibes, basically leave. Of course, Shay refuses to leave, and I'm thinking, Shay, who are you going to go and chill out with, because you really have no friends here? But then I forgot she has one friend left, and that's Flo, and that's who she goes to go and moan about Amara. But I was so glad that even Flo said to her, no, you need to apologise to Estelita for what you said, because she can take that the wrong way. Like, that's a serious situation. I was like, okay, even Flo has the common sense to tell this woman. So, and she's still got a bad attitude about it. A bit later, we see Bobby. Everyone's in his room. He's there chatting all the business as usual. And then Estelita turns up. Brooke lets her know that she had a chat with Shay, that she's there now. Then, of course, speak of the devil, Shay turns up with Flo. Because Estelita and Shay go off to go and have a chat, everybody just exits. I was like, that was fast. Everybody exited. So them two get into back and forth. Shay does say that she apologises because she didn't mean her dad, she meant sugar daddy. But at this point, Estelita was not really believing it. She feels like she's just twisting it up. And then, of course, you know, they get into their back and forth, and again, Shay is saying that she really cut her off because she didn't turn up to her daughter's first birthday. And it's just like, just grow up. Just grow up. You are airing people's business out because the girl missed one day, and there's going to be many other birthdays to come. So, God willing. So what's going on? It's just nonsense. This is absolute nonsense. Anyway, so basically, them two go back and forth, and Estelita tries to go with her, but she doesn't reach her, but you can tell she just wanted to beat her up. Next day, we see them on the beach, and I was thinking, okay, it's good, nice little beach shot, everyone's chilling out. Firstly, Estelita was saying, well, she don't feel like Shay was genuine, and it made me laugh because nobody else believed that it was genuine either. Everybody else was like, they feel like she meant daddy. So I was like, everyone's clocking her bad vibes, my goodness. Amara brings up Alan, and that made me laugh too, because it was just like, everyone was just like, I was like, is everyone seriously sad and laughing over here? Because everyone is sick to death of his disrespect, because obviously they all clocked him dancing up with Gaelle, so really know that people are clocking his behaviour. So anyway, she's going about, she just wants it to be, you know, better, and she's reaching out to him because, you know, she think of the girls, you know. I'm just like, at this point, Amara, I don't think he's even thinking of the girls, you know. Anyway, they play this game of lemon squeeze, which I thought was quite funny, particularly when you've got Trick, who told Amara, you know, that she's beautiful but too emotional. But I like the Trina part, okay? Because that made me laugh. You've got Trina telling Gaelle that she don't really like her because when she trolls, but she likes that she reps her sister, basically. But then Gaelle made me laugh because she said to Zoe that she don't like that she's so emotional, but she likes her. Zoe's like, okay, well, I don't like that you troll so much, but she likes that she's funny. But Flo made me laugh because Flo is like, okay, well, Trina, you know, I don't like that you're rude and you have a nasty attitude. But I do like that everyone looks up to you. And I was like, I'm glad that someone said it, because her attitude is really stink. Like, Trina's attitude is ridiculous. And it made me laugh because later on they show her, like, going to her boyfriend to say, oh, what do you think? That kind of made me think, you know, do you think I've got a bad attitude? And he's just, obviously her boyfriend, he just turned her, not the truth yet, because maybe it's too early to tell her the truth, but he didn't tell her the truth. So he was just like, well, no. He kind of brushed it off. No, you are rude. You come across it very rude. And even your response to Flo was rude. So you didn't really just receive it and be like, you know what? I didn't really realise that I come across like that. She was just more like, well, actually, I don't really F with everybody. And as simple as that kind of thing. So it's just like, oh, okay, well, you know, you're just helping to double down on what she just said. Gaelle is just something else, because when her sister Flo is asking her about, you know, her sleeping with Claudia, why is she lying? She just stays lying on these situations. I'm like, you're happy to say in the confessional that you slept with Claudia and that you're happy to sleep with married men. We know that already because you've really slept with Marlon. And by the looks of it, you seem to be sleeping with Mara's man too, or baby daddy too. So I'm just like, there's no bounds with you. But now your sister's asking you about what happened with you and Claudia. You're saying, oh, no, she's lying. I'm just like, this is your opportunity to say that you guys kissed and actually you did sleep with her back in the day like you told everybody on TV. What is going on? Now, the twins were making me laugh because they were clocking everything. They were just trying to sit there, like, acting like they were innocent, but they were clocking all the tea. And so when they got a chance to speak to Amara, they were like, Amara, we heard that, your baby daddy was chatting to Gaelle. So it's just a whole big mix-up. So she goes to go and speak to Gaelle, and she's like, well, I heard that you're going on a date with my baby daddy. Gaelle has no respect, and she's just like, well, I don't really want to answer your question because I'm not a kid. And Amara mentioned something about girl code. She's like, well, last time I checked, you're not together. So she can do what the flip she likes. I'm just like, this girl is just so gutter. And how he came to her room last night, and then she can go and check him if she wants to. And then, speaking of the devil, he arrives. She's all hugged up and loving up on the man as soon as he walks in. I'm just like, what the hell? And everybody else just walked out. I was like, what the hell? So is nobody gonna say nothing? Everybody exited stage, left. I was like, how come everybody just left like that? Like, everyone's like, hell no, I'm not here for the drama. I am out. They're probably just thinking, you know what? There's beaches here. Let me go and get a cocktail. Let me sit down and mind my business, because that's what it was given. Because everybody scattered. So I was like, okay, this is going to be interesting. I'm just like, okay, we'll see what happens next week. It ended there. And I was just like, this guy is trash. Gaelle is trash. So it's no surprising that them two are probably hooked up. Shay is also trash at this point. And Trina has a very stink attitude. So yeah, nothing new there. But the episode did make me laugh in some instances, and definitely was a bit like, what the hell is going on here in others. So next week is looking interesting, because with all the drama that, her baby father is causing her, we now see Safari swooping in. And I'm like, you know what? Usually I'd be cussing Safari and saying, move, what are you doing? But in this instance, I'm like, yeah, come in, Safari, please. Because if you're doing this extra nonsense that you're going to keep up with, do it in front of the man, because, she needs a little bit of a boost right now, please and thanks. Even though we know that Safari is just out there, he's for the streets. He's the Love and Hip Hop community peen, isn't he? Because he just, he goes around the franchises, he spreads it about, shakes it all about love. But in this case, I'm like, well, I'm happy that he popped in now, because she needs a bit of a boost at this point, because this idiot man that she's got, baby father, that, you can't change your baby father, nothing you can do about that. But he has to recognise that he's got black daughters. But anyway, of course, I checked out social media to see what people were saying. Check out these tweets that had me either nodding or cracking up. Okay, so you've heard from social media. Now, what do you think of the show? What do you think of everything that went down with Amara, her baby father, Gaelle, Trina getting called out on her attitude? What do you think of it all? Let me know your thoughts below. Yes, so thanks for watching that. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, share, and hit that notification bell so you know when I am uploading some more of people's business. So until then, my nosy people, stay blessed.